first row, you'll have the 04 of Dan Apperson and the number A66 of Ken Carpenter. Back to the second row, we see Jerry Whitten in the black numbers 2, and in the second row on the outside, Scott Farr in number 63. Jack Dandy in 4J and Joe Biondolillo in 66 in the third row. Dennis Whitman in 1X and Craig Pace in number 45 in the fourth row. The fifth row, Jerry Brown in the 44 and Dave Bazzi in A5. The fifth row, Dave Lambert in 08 and the number 69 of Ken Algrim. Then Tom Wagner in 57, Buddy Vertrees in 41, Leonard Basham in 9, Bob Mullins in 7X, and Lee Padgett in 5B as we start this one. 2 and 3 abreast, taking him to the wall and taking the lead is the number A66 of Ken Carpenter, but he loses the lead. In turn to Scott Farr, the number 63, and Biondolillo challenges, gets hit and spun out by Carpenter in turn number 3, and an unforced spin by Farr as we see the number 41 of Buddy Vertrees catches the concrete going into the third turn of the first lap of the race. Stacking up behind him, the 08 of Lambert and the number 9 car of Basham, and now everybody else keeps going, but it looks as if Padgett's number 5 has stalled. Padgett, the only driver not able to get away on that first turn incident. The lead goes to the number 2 car of Jerry Whitten. In second place, by my reckoning, you've got the number 57 car of Walker. Now challenging in third place, you've got the number 4 of Dandy. Fourth place is the number 45 car of Craig Pace. Now we've got that battle that's developing for position number 2 as we go to red. We go to red for that first lap incident that saw the number 41 of Buddy Vertrees stuffed into the third turn wall. Everybody managed to get going and did not lose a lap, with the sole exception of the number 5B of Lee Padgett, the last starter of this contest. It was an all-out battle, an all-out total war for the lead positions in that race as we saw the start of that, but the real battle was in the back of the pack as we saw everybody charging up through. On the first attempt to start that race, we saw the number A66 of Ken Carpenter take Dan Apperson high into the first turn and take the lead, but then he was passed in turn by Scott Farr, the number 63. Then Farr, in an unforced error, spun in turn number 3, and that gave the lead to the number 2 of Jerry Whitten. As we come down to red, we will now put together a restart lineup and stage everybody for the second beginning of this race. Officially, we completed 2 of the 50 laps of this preliminary race before we went to red. The number 5 on the racetrack, the black number 5 that scored as the A5 of Dave Bazzi, will be restarting this race in position number 11. As the field comes down toward the infield, we'll start to stage them into these staging lanes. On the restart, you'll have in the lead the black number 2 of Jerry Whitten. In second place will be the white number 4 of Jack Dandy. Third place will be the number 45 of Craig Pace. Your fourth position will be Ken Algren in number 69. Fifth place will be the number 63 of Scott Farr. Sixth position will go to the number 1X of Dennis Whitman. In seventh place, you'll have the number 66 car of Joe Biondolillo. In seventh place, you'll have the number 44 of Jerry. In eighth place, you'll have the number 44 of Jerry Brown. Ninth place will be the number A66 of Ken Carpenter. 10th place will be the 04 of Dan Apperson, the pole sitter. 11th place will be the number A5 of Dave Bazzi. 12th place will be the number 9 of Leonard Basham, recovering from the spin and stall. In 13th place, you'll have the 08 of Dave Lambert. 14th place will be the number 41 of Buddy Vertrees. And in 15th place, you'll have the number 7X car of Bob Mullins Jr. 3 laps down because of the stall that caused the red flag. You've got the number 5B of Lee Padgett, who has now left the racetrack, and already 1 lap down after being lapped even in that quick sequence of racing. The number 57 of Tom Wagner shown as 1 lap down. So again, let's review the way in which they will restart this race at the Indianapolis Speedrome, with the number 2 of Jerry Whitten holding on to the lead. Second place, the 4J of Jack Dandy. In third place, the number 45 of Craig Pace. And fourth place, the number 69 of Ken Ahlgren. In fifth place, the number 63 of Scott Farr. Sixth place, the number 1X of Dennis Whitman. Last qualifying spot at this juncture belongs to the number 66. That's the black number 66 of Joe Biondolillo. In eighth place, Jerry Brown of the number 44. Ninth place belongs to the number A66, the red car of Ken Carpenter. 10th place, the 04, the yellow and red 04 of Dan Apperson. 12th place goes to the number, 11th place goes to the number A5 of Dave Bazzi, and 12th place to the number 9 of Leonard Basham. 13th place to the number 08 of Dave Lambert. 14th place to Buddy Vertrees, the number 41. And the last driver shown on the lead lap of the number 7X is Bob Mullins Jr. All of these drivers now move on to the racetrack for the second start of this race. Expect a very quick start to this race. As the field comes out of the fourth turn, we turn them loose for the second beginning of this contest as we come to the green flag. Dandy in the 4J takes the inside position, and for the moment the lead away for the number 2 of Whitten. Whitten does not give up easily, though. And now there's the number 69 car of Ken Ahlgren trying to come into second place and makes the pass on Whitten. And Whitten now falls back to fourth place behind the number 45 of Craig Pace as we finish lap number 3. Whitten drops further back, passed by the number 1X of Wisman. Whitman's back to fifth place. We're already up to the last qualifying spot and on the chart. Oh, watch out! The number 9 car of Basham in a collision with Biondolillo's number 66 spins through the infield, gets restarted, but again he has fallen to the tail end of the lead lap and must move above the marker tire as everybody else finishes lap number 4. By my reckoning, your new driver at the tail end of the lead lap in the last qualifying spot. That's a battle between the number 44 car of Jerry Brown and Buddy Vertrees in the number 41 as we see the number 57 car of Wagner get back onto the racetrack, but he's lost many laps. But still, with a 50-lap race to be run, he could get back up to the front of the field. The battle continues for the lead, with the number 69 of Ahlgren leading the number 45 of Pace. Third place, the Dandy in number 4. The fourth position belonging to the number 66 of Biondolillo. Then the number 1X of Wisman. Watch out of the crossovers. The number 08 of Lambert tries to come through. And we watch on the charge the number 9 of Leonard Basham, who now is nearly one lap down and tries to move up. Scott Farr's in trouble with the number 63. That machine is slowing down, and he is dropping out of the race. Lead still belongs to the number 69 of Ahlgren as we come down to finish lap number 8 of 50. Second position, number 45 of Pace. Watch out of the crossover. The number 57 car of Wagner almost crashed into number 866 of Carpenter, and Carpenter has stalled his car, gets restarted very slowly, but has fallen one lap down. And now the number 45 machine, who is running in second, the 45 of Craig Pace, drops out as well. At the crossover, almost a crash between the 41 of Vertrees, the number 1 of Wisman, and the number 44 of Jerry Brown. Lead, by my reckoning, still belongs to the number 69 of Ken Ahlgren, who's trying to put Brown to the number 44 a lap down. I'll give second place now to the number 4 of Dandy. Third place to Biondolillo in the black number 66. Up to fourth place, you've got the number 41 of Vertrees. I'll give fifth place the number 1 of Wisman. Sixth place the number 2 of Whitten, and I'll give unofficially the last qualifying spot to the 08 car of Lambert. Lambert's almost a lap down, remember, and Lambert is facing a challenge to the 8th place number 9. And now there's the number 5 car of Bazzi, and the number 69 of Ahlgren, the leader of this race, has now put Brown's number 44 a lap down. Now we notice that Basham, the number 9, has gotten that 7th position as Carpenter's car goes up and smokes steam from that number 66 car on the west side of the racetrack. Ahlgren in number 69 looks for the crossover and now puts the number 8 car of Lambert, the 08, one lap down. The number 9 machine of Basham, who has spun twice in this race, now finds himself at the tail end of the lead lap and the last driver with a qualifying spot to the main event. But Basham has recovered from both of those spins to run in the 7th spot. Now in 2nd place, by my reckoning, is the number 41 of Buddy Vertrees. We've got ourselves a 3-car battle for 3rd place between Dandy and the 4J. The 4th place, Biondololo and the number 66. And in 5th place, the number 1 car of Wisman. In 6th place, I'll give the number 2 of Witten. And 7th place, last drive. Watch out. Vertrees, the number 41, got into a confrontation with somebody. Vertrees breaks the left front suspension on that car and is now dropping out of the race. Vertrees goes 1 lap to the number 69 of Algren, and Vertrees, with a lot of smoke on that car, who got involved in a confrontation with another car on the racetrack. Vertrees, bad luck continues, and he will drop out of the race. That means your last qualifying spot to the main event is 1 lap down to the leader, and by my reckoning, that last qualifying spot goes to the number 44 of Jerry Brown. That's our unofficial reckoning as the field moves through its 18th lap for the leader, Ken Algren, the Michigan driver, the number 69. We noticed that Bazzi in the number 5 has stalled his machine at the north end of the racetrack, but he's far enough out of the way that we'll continue to race under green. There is your 3-car battle for what is now 2nd place once again. The 2nd position belongs to the number 66 of Biondolillo. In 3rd place, you have the number 1 of Wisman. 4th place is the 4 of Dandy. In 5th place is the number 9 of Basham. Those drivers all battling for position number 2 as they come down and finish their 19th lap of 25. And running with some smoke, but still running in the lead, is the number 66 of Ken Algren. That battle for 2nd that we've been describing is now split into a couple of races for positions. In 2nd place, you've got the number 66 of Biondolillo, who's struggling to stay ahead of Wisman in the number 1. And closing up is the number 9. We're going to red. We're going to red now. We're going to red. Waiting for the officials to give us the reason for that red flag. We anticipate it will be for Bazzi's number 5, although our indication, we had no previous indication that Bazzi's car was considered to be a problem by the officials. Again, all of this happens with 20 laps of 50 completed. Yeah. Several cars will make stops during this red flag period, among them the number 45 of Pace. There's Vertrees going off the track of the number 41, and the number 66 of Carpenter pushed into the infield and into the pit area. Bazzi, the number 5, the driver that brought out the red flag, we believe. Getting set for the restart. The field is being turned loose to run this race again. And we watch Leonard Basham making a big move in this 4-car battle for 2nd place. But Basham comes up at the short end of the stick as everybody else keeps on charging. Algren leads to the number 69. Biondolillo runs in the 2nd place, the number 66. Now challenged by the number 9 of Leonard Basham, who's in 3rd place. Now you've got yourself a battle for 4th place between the number 1 of Wisman and the number 4J of Jack Dandy. There's Basham in the number 9, coming to the inside of Biondolillo and making the pass. Basham comes from last place twice to run in 2nd and finds himself a quarter lap behind the leading Algren and number 66. As we get toward the halfway mark of this race, now Basham is trying to chase down Algren. Biondololo runs by himself in position number 3. Then you've got the number 4 J of Dandy, Wisman in the number 1, and then that makes up most of your drivers on the lead lap. As you see, Wisman is now falling behind. Last driver on the lead lap now, by my reckoning, is the number 1X of Dennis Wisman, who runs through turns number 3 and 4. Now we're getting to the halfway mark of this race, and it's time to go to the stopwatch to find out what sort of advantage the number 69 has as we go through turns number 3 and 4. The gap between the number 69, the leader, Algren, is really shrinking. Between first and second place, it's down to 1 second. As we work through turn number 2 of lap number 26, the gap is 7/10 of 1 second. The number 9 of Leonard Basham, after 2 confrontations, chasing down Ken Algren and challenging for the lead, looks to the inside of Algren through turns number 1 and 2 of lap number 27. At the crossover, almost a crash between the 5B Paget and the number 44 Brown. We're working the 27th lap of the race. Algren still has the lead by 2 lengths. The number 9 comes down to the inside. That'll be an outside move in 3 and 4. Can he hold it? The number 9 of Basham tries the high side move around the number 69 of Algren. They'll storm to the line as 2 cars collide out of number 4, the number 08 car of Lambert, and the number 45 of Pace collide. Pace stays silent as the number 9 of Basham completes the pass and comes to the lead. Basham takes the lead on lap number 29 as the number 45 of Pace gets restarted, almost pulls in front of a couple of cars, and we're back to full green flag racing. But trouble for the number 45 of Pace. He has a flat tire on the right rear, and that'll drop him out. The lead belongs to the number 9 of Leonard Basham. Algren back to second in the number 69. In third place, I show the number 66 of Biondololo. Biondololo has destroyed a motor going into turn number 3, and the number 66 sits motionless in the middle of turn number 1. The rest of the cars pick their way around, but we must go to red with 12 laps left to go in this race. Bitter disappointment for Joe Biondololo, the 34-year-old auto mechanic out of Mastic, New York, a regular racer at the Riverhead Speedway on Long Island, who came further than anyone else to race in this 3-hour figure-8 endurance race of the Speedrome. Was running smoothly and confidently with 3rd place and a sure qualifying spot for the 3-hour figure-8 endurance contest, and then saw, as he came through the crossover, a cloud of smoke that signaled his departure from this race. We now work to clean up the oil that poured from Biondololo's car as he came across the line. With any luck, that was no more than just an oil line that broke, and he may be able to get that car fixed and run in the qualifying tomorrow. However, that drastic a cloud of smoke, that much oil dumped on the racetrack, is a clear sign that there's some serious motor problems. And all Biondololo can do is lean back against the car and relax. That drops us down to 4 drivers on the lead lap, as you see the balance of the field taking a bit of a lap on the north portion of the racetrack with nothing better to do. The leader will still be the number 9 of Leonard Basham. Ken Algren on the restart will be right behind in 2nd place in the number 69. Then your 3rd place runner at the tail end of the lead lap, by my reckoning, will be the number 1X of Dennis Wisman. 4th place, 1 lap down, will be Jack Dandy in the number 4J. By my reckoning, your 5th place driver will be the number 2 of Jerry Witten. Then you'd have the number 44 of Moore. And those are the drivers who were secure on the lead lap sequence. 7th place, we'll have to double check with the scores. Ladies and gentlemen, he came a long way to race here at the Indianapolis Speedrome, only to see go up in a cloud of smoke. He deserves your applause. Joe Biondelolo all the way from New York to race here at the Speedrome. Let's give him a hand and hope he can get that car fixed for tomorrow. When we come to the restart, it could be a dramatic moment because these drivers face a serious challenge on the approach to turn number 1. There's a lot of oil that was poured down there as we see our track workers now onto the racetrack trying to pick up that oil using the oil dry and so forth. Getting set for the restart of this contest, as you watch the field now come through the area where we put down all the oil dry, we've swept up as much as possible, but there's still going to be a slippery circumstance with the drivers charge into the first turn of the 40th lap of the race. We will have 11 laps left to go when we restart this contest. We need the cars for the Indianapolis Speedrome qualifying race to the pit gate. Cars for the Indianapolis Speedrome qualifying race. Cars for the Indianapolis Speedrome qualifying race to the pit gate. We need the cars for the Indianapolis Speedrome qualifying race to the pit gate. We will have ourselves a battle for the lead. Have ourselves a battle for the lead coming out of turn number 4. Basham takes over the lead in the number 9. Trying to outdistance Algren in the number 69, and does so as they head northbound for the 40th time out of 50 laps. Behind them in third place, you've got the number 1X car. That's the 1X of Dennis Wisman, who by my reckoning is shown as the last driver on the lead lap. And if I run things correctly, we have ourselves drivers that are battling for position number 4 a lap down. That would be the number 4 of Dandy, the number 2 of Witten, and the number 44 Brown. Unofficially, I have those drivers battling for position number 4 a lap down. Now we have trouble because a marker tire has been dislodged, but again, we will continue to race and finish this contest. The marker tire is running around, but again, it's the spot that you have to pass. That marker tire is now just a used up piece of rubber that's floating down the racetrack. And we see the number 9 of Leonard Basham holding on to it, expanding his advantage as he works down to the 43rd lap of this race. The car of Basham is really putting this field away. We see the second place number 69 of Algren running in the runner-up spot. Now Dandy in number 4, again I show him in 4th place, 1 lap down. The 5th place number 2 of Witten is actually running ahead of the 3rd place, number 1 of Wisman. Again, Wisman, by my reckoning, is on the lead lap. Witten in the number 2 is a lap down and is actually trying to catch up and almost runs into the number 8 car of Lambert, who spins out going into turn number 3. Through all of this, Basham holds on to the lead as we'll have 5 laps to go this next time by. And there's Basham with the lead now of about 1 stretch over the number 69 of Algren. Algren simply is having trouble picking his way through the racetrack, picking through the race traffic. And Leonard Basham now has 4 laps left to go. Algren still 1 stretch behind. 3rd place going to the number 1X of Wisman rather. Then you've got what I believe is a battle for 5th place, 1 lap down, between the number 2 of Witten and the number 44 Brown as those drivers battle for position. Leonard Basham at the crossover almost gets caught between the number 4 of Dandy and the number 1X car of Wisman. Almost coming to disaster. Has to watch out of the crossover again. A close encounter with 2 laps left to go. Basham with this massive advantage now has his only enemy as the crossover. He waits and picks the hole between 2 groups of 2 cars each. And Basham coming out of turns number 3 and 4 will see the white flag and 1 lap left to go. Leonard Basham, who found himself almost being lapped from a lap number 1 confrontation. spun on the second start of the race to last place, has passed everybody on the racetrack at least once, many of them twice, and comes out of the fourth turn, and the former world champion wins qualifying race number 1. In second place, you'll have the number 69 of Ken Ahlgren. In third place, you'll have Dennis Wissman in the number 1. Unofficially in fourth place, you'll have Jack Dandy. Unofficially in fifth place, the number 44 Brown. Unofficially in sixth place, the number 2 of Witten. And watch as the smoke pours out of the number 69 of Ahlgren, just barely finishing the race in second spot. Leonard Basham, the man who beat everybody to win the World Championship just a few years ago, the winner of this title in 1988, the driver who has run with the best the Speedrome has to offer and has put them away, but has also run into the concrete and to the other cars of the crossover more than once, comes home the winner in qualifying race number 1. And he'll be down with Al Stilley in just a couple of minutes. Coming onto the racetrack now, the cars for race number 2.